Welcome to the movie's park. A young girl named Nora is shown at the start of the film's story, climbing the mountains with her father. Nora's father thinks differently from the world. He believes that if they view things from high up, difficult things will seem different. He says that if we look at the mountains, we will see things that only exist in stories. Trolls are still present in the dark. They keep themselves hidden from the rest of the world. Nora's father told her a story many years ago. There were 13 trolls at a wedding who were drunk. They were unconscious, and as time passed, sunlight fell on them, and they turned into stones. Now they are those mountain stones. But Nora feels this is just a story because there were just mountains in front of her. Nora's father asks her to see from your heart, and she will see the trolls. Meanwhile, Nora sees a glimpse of trolls in the mountains. The trolls look like humans but are huge, with large eyes, and they weren't harmful to humans. The story moves further. And now Nora has grown older and is digging at a site with her team. They didn't find any valuable thing during the digging. Her team had been digging that place for 6 months, but they hadn't found anything huge there. The team leader tells Nora that they should leave now. Nora still wants more time because her father taught her to trust herself. She doesn't care about anyone and continues digging, when suddenly she finds something huge. On the other side, gunpowder was being filled in the mountains to be blasted, because a station was being built there. As the bombs exploded, there was a huge blast, and when the workers moved inside to check, they saw something coming toward them. The workers ran away, scared. To address this matter, the military commander arranges a meeting to which Nora was also invited. The Prime Minister's advisor, named Andreas, welcomes Nora. Nora sees a video in which huge footprints are shown. The people sitting there believe that this must be a huge thing. Or maybe it happened because of a storm. Nora clearly states that these are troll footprints, but no one takes Nora's words seriously. Meanwhile, another girl arrives and shows them a video in which they see a huge thing. They all become surprised and scared, wondering what this thing is. Afterward, an old couple is shown who are enjoying their evening tea. The old man sees his dog barking continuously. Meanwhile, their house starts shaking, and the couple moves on the ground to escape. Everything was shaking. They come out after a while and find their house destroyed. To understand all this, Nora and Andreas are sent to them. On the way, Andreas asks Nora about her father. She tells him that her mother died many years ago, but her father is alive. She adds that her father's way of thinking is different from the world's, which is why he lives alone. Andreas tells Nora about himself. He wanted to be a writer, but he couldn't be. While talking, they reach the old couple. They meet a captain who tells them that someone came while crossing the stream and went far toward the mountains. They found huge footprints at a distance of 3 kilometers, and afterward, the impressions vanish. Nora arrives at the old couple's house, and the old woman tells Nora that she heard an unusual voice, like somebody crying, and that it was strange yet suddenly vanished. She wonders how this giant thing can vanish out of nowhere. Hearing the woman, Nora contacts her dad with Andreas and the chief. Since her dad watches mountains so closely, no one understands the mountains better than Nora's father. Nora contacts her dad, and there were many rough pictures in her home. Nora's father tells her that, when the work was going on many years ago, something emerged from the mountains, yet it was challenging to prove it at the time. The government has deleted all the evidence. However, Nora says, even today, something emerged from the mountains. Her dad tells her that a long time ago, trolls used to wander freely. He says that if any human had a relationship with trolls, that human was punished. A long time ago, a troll emerged, and Nora's father found him. But Nora's father was declared mentally unwell and was sent to a psychiatric hospital later. Nora moves to that spot with her dad. The footprints were removed from that area, and Nora's father was staring at the stones. Nora was standing with a commander, and Andreas a short distance away. Watching her dad, they were saying, "Your dad isn't looking good, and his state of mind isn't well." Nora also feels that her dad has been lost in the stories. She goes to her dad and tries to make him understand. She smells a strange scent, and there were dark mists suddenly, but when she turns, she sees an eye. There was a huge, real troll, and it was standing before them. Then the captain takes all of them from that place. Moving from there, they show this video from their camera at a military camp. No one was believing it, and Nora's father was still talking about trolls, but no one accepted his accounts. That is the reason he was thrown out from there. Here, Nora asks for time to understand everything, but the Prime Minister says "We don't have a lot of time for you to see this. We will wait for a short while. But until you understand what that thing is, that thing will destroy us. From now on, our project will be controlled by the military. And whatever that thing will be, it will be finished." Nora goes to the captain and asks him to take her with him, saying, "I want to go with you." However, he wasn't permitted to take all three of them with him, but he still decides to go with Nora. The military tells them the troll's location. Later, they all arrive there, and the soldiers were sent to that area. They need to wait for the troll. Here, Nora's father apologizes to her because he didn't spend a lot of time with her. He feels she has spent her time on Earth, as if she has no one in this world, even though her dad was alive. But Nora says, "I'm not alone, my dad is with me." After this, the troll arrives, but it stops in its place because it realizes there are people nearby. The captain orders them to start shooting, but the firing wasn't affecting the troll, and it became enraged. It was attacking them, causing many soldiers to be killed. Andreas, Nora, and her dad were hiding behind a stone. There was a soldier with them who was a Christian, and the troll swallows that soldier while grabbing him. Seeing this, Nora's father says, the trolls recognize the Christians and can smell them. After this, they go before the troll and ask it to be quiet and stay calm, then ask it to stop there. Surprisingly, the troll was understanding him, and it becomes quiet. Meanwhile, a few soldiers were again attacking the troll, and it again becomes angry. Because of this, it kills a few soldiers. The troll mistakenly kills Nora's father, but doing this, it shows its sadness and leaves. While looking at Nora's father, there was something strange. Nora's father becomes calm, and he was taking his final breaths while saying, "Troll Royal Palace and House," and dies after saying this. Nora has lost her dad, and now she feels alone in this world. The next day, the captain tells Nora there will be an air attack that will be harmful to them. Nora starts searching about trolls and discovers that trolls don't like church bells. That's why they attack the church. Nora presents all these clues, and the captain was also supporting her. The commander gives Nora another chance, considering what Nora said, because if the trolls can be stopped to avoid destruction, it is a good thing. Nora's plan was to stop the troll while ringing the church bells. Nora's idea works, and when the troll hears the church bells, it couldn't bear them. It was breaking all the bells. After this, it becomes out of control while hearing those bells. Because of this, a kid was about to lose their life, but the troll saves the kid and doesn't let anything happen to her. Everyone was surprised to see this, and then the troll sees Nora and then leaves. Nora's idea doesn't work, so she was thrown out of this mission, and the government plans to attack the troll with a missile. The city was evacuated because of this. They will face a lot of damage. After this, Andreas is shown going to drop Nora at home. Nora wasn't understanding where the troll will move now. Here, she remembers what her father said, who took the royal palace's name while dying. Nora decides to go there. Reaching there, she meets the king's chief minister. He tells her that it was believed in the old era that if a king's house is built on another king's house, it is a good sign. He tells her there was a troll's house before the palace, and they were called the King of Mountains. They don't like the church bells. That's why the king killed all of them and left one boy alive. That boy was sent to the darkness of the mountains while scaring him so he would die there. That's why the troll wants to come here. It'll walk after years, and it wants to come back to its home. The minister shows her a few skeletons of trolls in the basement, and when Nora shines a light on a skeleton, it becomes stone. Here, she recalls the story told by her dad. No one harmed the 13 trolls. When there was sunlight on them, they became stone. It was written in the stories that light is their enemy. If a sharp light falls on trolls, they turn into stones. Nora calls the chief and tells him her plan about how they can stop the troll so they won't suffer a huge loss. She asks him to come to an open field and requests that he arrange a huge lighting system afterward. Nora and Andreas put the skeleton of that boy in their vehicle. The boy who was sent to the darkness by the king because he scared him was a troll, so the huge troll will chase them seeing it, and they can take it to the open field. There was an announcement on the radio that the rockets will be launched soon, but Nora needs to stop those rockets to make her plan effective. Andreas calls his friend so she can hack this system. She does the same and hacks the system. The rockets were stopped, and the captain has also set up the lighting system on the other side. Nora and Andreas stand in the troll's path with that boy's skeleton. The troll moves behind them when it sees the skeleton, and Nora drives her vehicle quickly. However, when she stops her vehicle unexpectedly, the skeleton falls over. After this, the troll picks up the skeleton and begins sobbing quietly while looking at it. And Nora was also feeling sad for its pain. The troll has no one in the world, and it was alone. In the meantime, the skeleton falls down and breaks. Now it becomes enraged and moves behind Nora and Andreas. Nora was driving quickly to escape from the troll. They reached that field, and the troll was about to grab them. But Nora and Andreas jump from their car. The chief turns the lighting system on in this field. On the other side, it was found in the military camp that the rocket system is hacked. They reactivate the system, and the rockets were also launched. But when the leader finds that there are soldiers there, he stops the rockets from being launched. When there was a lot of light in the open field that fell on the troll, it started shouting, and it was changing into stone step by step since it was feeling pain. It was sobbing while shouting. And then Nora realizes they are all doing wrong. Everything was taken from them while killing them, even though they weren't dangerous to humans. They are made by nature and also deserve the right to live. She switches off the lighting system and stands before the troll. She asks the troll to leave. She says to leave and move far and hide in the darkness again. They will kill you. The troll was also understanding what Nora was saying, but it was too late, and the troll was changing into a stone. It becomes stone, and Nora feels bad that she couldn't save the troll. Indeed, the team from the military camp arrives there, and the state tells Nora that her dad's stories were true. Her dad had always been telling the truth. Andreas leaves his work and says, "I want to be a writer." Andreas asks Nora if there are trolls in the mountains. Nora laughs, then says that anything can happen, the world is huge, and the film ends. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to The Movies Park.
This video is made for entertainment review and storytelling purposes only. All clips and images belong to their respective owners.